All right, we're on hole number 6 of the Community Cup tournament. We're in the rookie division. We're on Monday's practice round, and we're just playing around, having an interesting round. I haven't played a lot. I took a couple weeks off for work. All right, so here's the deal. You can play this. There are so many different ways to play this. You can play it from back here, and you can dribble it on. I know if you're playing from back here, we're going to need a ball with more side spin, because a Marlin ball doesn't have quite enough side spin to be able to bring it back if you want to stay away from the sand. So that you're hitting out here because it kind of slopes. You can see this contour line right here for this area. That shadow, that's where it's sloping down towards the sand. And so I like to keep my ball more on a flat area. So the farther out from that sand you can get, the flatter, you get the flat area. So if you're like 3 rings out and you're trying to come into the hole, a Marlin, you don't have enough curl to get you back towards the hole. So if you're going to shoot one of these shots back here, you may need to go with a ball that's got more side spin. You can shoot from out here, you can shoot from over here and bounce over the sand, but why would you put the sand into play when you've got all of this to work with? I mean, why would you put this into play? The last tournament I was going right at it. I was coming out up here, and what I was doing was I was wedging. I was using a Saturn because I liked the way that the rings worked better. And I was wedging my rings up so that I was in between the rough and the sand, and in between the rough and the fringe. And once I got my ball into that spot, then I was able to make a backspin, side spin adjustment. And I think I'm gonna stick with this shot, and I'm gonna continue to work on it. And I can go dig up the notes on that hole and see where I ended up. But I'm gonna shoot it just off the cuff just to see how close I remember it from before. So I'm gonna bring a Saturn. And I'm sure I was using a Navigator. We'll see where the red lines are. And off we go. If we don't make a hole-in-one, we're going to miss our putt, because we want to not qualify. I've been trying pretty hard to do those holes, but I've made some mistakes and missed a few shots. I did Albie one of them. Albie one of the par 5s. Saved our opponent. They was in a world of hurt. Our opponent is close. Okay, so we're going to wedge our blue ring up. You can see where that line's at. And once we're in that area, that gets us our starting area. And we're at minimum, so I'm going to go 2 rings. I need to check the club there. That's why I should go back and look at my notes. I didn't check where my red lines were. I didn't check anything. Just like anybody, I just went out there and started taking the shot. And I probably over-adjusted. They changed this hole. This hole used to play a lot different, and when it played the old way, I played this hole a lot. And in some respects, I'm still trying to play it the old way, and I haven't quite figured it out. I had the old way figured out, but it plays a little bit different, and I still haven't played this hole enough to figure out what's different. because I used to have two setup shots on this hole, one with a backbone and one with a Saturn. If depending on which club I ended up on that shootout hole with, I had a shot for each one of those clubs, and those shots don't work like they used to work. All right, this hole here, I'm going to demo this hole if we get to these shootouts. Oh, and I made that putt. What was I thinking? Right at minimum club. So minimum club is 1.7, so there's 3. And we're going to run out of time because I didn't adjust enough. So I hit it perfect. I did not adjust enough for that one. I didn't add the 10% on. And that should have been 1.7 per ring. That's 3.4. So it should have been a 3.5 plus another. It was pretty close to a 4 ring. That'd be 3. That'd be 5. So it'd be about 2 3/4 rings, and I only moved it about 2 1/4. And that's about how far off I am. Man, I gotta remember how to play. It is cool though that there's a tournament, because that'll keen my skills up. All right, that was hole number, what was that, hole number 5? Hole number 6. All right, thanks for watching.